Right.
Right.
We out here. It's Young Boss. Knockout. All we wanna know is first round and it is.
Sexy, can I just pardon my manners? Girl, how you shake it, got a nigga like.
What's going on with y'all out there? We got another episode right now coming to you. I'm your own RealClevonne. This is Real Talk with the RealClevonne, where we actually give information so we can heal, unlearn, and become better for where we're going and where we are. Hey, I wanted to have a dialogue because of the fact that I realized something that is deep. We are genuinely in a crisis. We are genuinely in a crisis. That's 100%. Most of the people don't even realize that we're in such bad shape that people really don't care. People just like really throwing up their hands and not care that we are in a crisis. And one of the biggest crises I realize that we're in is when it comes to our relationships. One of the issues when it comes to us being parents. One of the issues we have is when it comes to us being successful. When it comes to us understanding, we are in a crisis. Our relationships are already on the rocks. Let's keep it 100. The relationships are already struggling. The relationship is already struggling. Nobody wants to hear nobody. So what do you do with that situation? What do you do with that type of situation? Because of the fact that nobody wants to hear nobody, so therefore everybody think they're right. Everybody genuinely think they're right. I was on a couple of lives recently, right? And I'm talking to people. Now, I'm an advocate for men. The reason why I am an advocate for men, because all my life, nobody has heard men talk. All my life, I've never heard nobody support men, back men. I've heard people bash men. I've seen people not respect men, but I've never seen people support men. So for me being an advocate, I'm a man. I've watched society support women. I'm not bashing women. I watch women who struggled, but then I also watch how it was encouraged to push the man out. Push the man out. He don't need to be there. You can do it on your own. Truth being told, you need help. You need help. I've watched, here's the issue we have right now. One of the biggest issues is we got so many independent women and we got many lonely men. And we have independent women who are so strong, so you taking on this masculine energy. The issue with that is the fact that you have so much masculine energy, but you'll always revert back to being a woman. Once again, you women, you have so much masculine energy that regardless of how masculine you are, you'll always revert back to being a woman. You have the needs. You'll start spazzing out. You have the needs of a woman. There are so many men who've been raised by single mothers. And the issue with that is that they'll be more vocal. They'll be more open with talking. But then when it comes to having issues, they'll shut down just like a man does because he don't want to hear it. He don't want to deal with it. This is something where we got to reverse the roles. Somebody asked the question recently. They say, why do men act so soft when they're raised around independent women and this and that? The issue is I am a man, I'm a boy, and I'm with a woman who's spazzing out verbally. All her emotions are shining. So whenever she has a problem, she's yeah. That's all I've seen as a boy. So when I grow up and I have issues and I have problems, why you think so many men are more vocal and they're more talkative and women like, he need to shut up. He didn't have a man to show him the right time of silence. So if he didn't have nobody to show him the right time of silence, he's speaking when he should be silent. But he didn't have nobody to show him. So as a man, if I didn't have nobody to show me how to be silent at the right time, I'm vocal at the wrong time, which makes me look weak, even though I'm not weak. So I look weak because I'm more vocal. But that's what the women were. That's what the woman in my life was. She was more vocal and her emotions took over. So a lot of the issues with a lot of men is that they'll speak up when they shouldn't speak up. They'll spaz out when they shouldn't spaz out. And they'll shut down at a time when they should be talking because ain't nobody showed them how to regulate the emotions. This is an issue within the community. The issue is when women, and I got to say this for all you women, okay? This is not to bash women, but this is the truth. Women, when you get in your feelings, you would tell a man in a hot second, you need to go heal. You would tell a man in a hot second. The issue is you're telling him to go do something that is available to you. You're telling him out of your emotions, you're poking at him, getting a reaction, and you tell him he needs to go heal. You need to go heal. You need to go get it together. Well, baby, there's a lot of services that are there for you. There's a lot of people who's willing to listen to you. Remember this, women, you get more help than men will ever get. That's the honest to God truth. You get more help. You get more help than men will ever get in life. When I'm struggling and I'm in isolation, people will say, you're a man. You need to figure it out. You're a man. You shouldn't be in that position. But then when you as a woman is struggling, there's always a man in the background waiting to pay your bills. When you as a woman is struggling, there's always services out there to help you get by. When you as a woman is struggling, there's always people who don't even know you who will come help you. But I as a man, if I tell people I'm struggling, I'm weak. I need to figure it out. They would ask me 101 questions. Why are you in that situation? You shouldn't be in that situation. You should be better. I'm getting all of the scrutiny that I got as a boy. I got a lot of scrutiny as a boy. So now I'm getting all this scrutiny as a boy, but ain't nobody showed me what to do as a man. I know how to take care of home. I know how to pay bills. I know how to provide. But what happens when I fall short? That's the issue. When a man falls short, I don't need you antagonizing me. I need you to build me up. When I fall short, I don't need you over here telling me what I did wrong. I need your comfort and support because remember, sex can go so far. Sex is not the remedy of all my problems. That is just a momentary solution. Most men will go and pay for it. They'll go get it. That's all it is. It don't mean nothing to me. What's valuable to you as a woman is the way you support me. The way that you back me up. That's more valuable than all the sex you can ever give me because that's a mental turn on. I appreciate you as a woman if you can back me when I fall short. Most women will use sex as a canvas of you don't do right, you ain't getting it. You don't do this. So what did he do? He wanders off. He wanders out and he go get somebody that'll give him just that because that's all it is. It's just that. But then at the same time, she's listening for my shortcomings. She's listening for what I don't get. You don't cook for me. You don't support me. You don't do this. So what does she do? She show up to work with some food. I'm going to tell you this, women. You need to understand this. If you want a man and you want to get a man's attention, go cook. Go cook. Your greatest consumers of eating out are men. Your greatest consumers of eating out are men. If you go to any restaurant and you go stand in different lines, you're going to see a line full of men, a slew of men. When you go on a date, who's going to pay for it? The man. The man is going to say, I'll go out. But can you imagine if you encourage him to give you that money and you'll cook him a meal? Matter of fact, I'll bring you my whole check if you cooking me a meal. I respect it. You going to cook me a meal? Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there on time. Forget Chipotle. Forget all them restaurants. I'm going to be with you because you cook better than Chipotle. Do you realize that YouTube University will teach you a whole lot, ladies? But many have been encouraged to be lazy because you told that sex is the remedy of everything. I'm letting you know in modern time right now, in a new year, it ain't gonna get you far. It ain't gonna get you far. And the issue with so many of our women is the fact that you won't know what it is to be led by a man. You know what it is to be led by a woman. And most women who lead you will mislead you and give you the wrong information about a man that she is not. Issues that we have when it comes to our community churches. Our community churches, let me tell you right now, our community churches have a lot of hyenas in there. Hyenas don't respect men. They don't respect men. They don't respect the element of men. And then you have most male hyenas who are leaders because he got the same genitalia of a woman hyena. He don't respect the man either. He just want to be in control. Most of our leaders don't even know what it is to lead you into a state of success. They just are put there. Do you realize that church is the only place where predators can go hide? Church is a place where somebody who's unqualified can go be tomorrow. People can bash me all they want. I really don't care. But the reality is we have the wrong people in leadership. That's the issue. And you have, when they say the blind leading the blind, you have somebody who was never qualified from day one put in position to tell me how to be successful. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. How dare you tell me how to be successful when you still live at your mama's house? How dare you tell me how to be successful when you ain't never went out and bought a house, when you ain't never owned no businesses, when you ain't never elevated beyond where you are? But you telling me how to be successful. You're telling me what I'm doing wrong, but you've never had a successful marriage. I'm not saying that that makes you any better. What I am saying is there's so many flaws in you of trying to tell me on the level I'm up here and you're down here and you're bashing me. That's the problem I have. That's the problem I have. A lot of our women have to understand that there's a process of starting to unlearn old bad habits. A lot of our men have to understand unlearning old bad habits, and it's hurtful. And this is the first process of starting to heal. We are so used to pointing the finger at somebody else, what they did. It's so easy to go bash that person when they're at their lowest, when they have their flaws. It's easy to go bash that person to cover up who you really are. There are a lot of people that don't like other people based upon what somebody else told them. There's a lot of people that don't like me, don't even really know me, and I don't give a fuck. That's the truth. People that don't like you, they got a problem with you, they can kiss your ass and they can walk down the street. I don't care. Most people, I'm going to tell you right now, most people who don't like me, I hope God turns you into a pig and concrete the whole fucking earth. Because most of you got a mindset of a damn hyena and you ain't even on my caliber of life. So why am I worried about how you feel about me when you don't even know me? That's an issue of yours, not mine, based upon what somebody else told you. Most people, you may only say hi and bye to them, and then they judged you based upon what somebody else told them. I don't really care. And you have to mature to a level of telling people to kiss your ass, because we misinterpret this mindset of the Bible, of how the Bible tells us to forgive our neighbors and let it go. And then what happens is you bottle up all that inside of you and you're walking around angry. You're walking around depressed. I want to say it one more time. Many of us have been taught the wrong element of the Bible, where it tells us to let people walk over us, tells us to let people do whatever and you forgive them and turn the other cheek. I'm going to tell you right now, I hope God turn you into a pig and concrete the whole damn earth and make your ass come back as a pig. You damn hyena. Your mindset is just like a damn hyena. You ain't worth the damn. And hyenas don't respect nobody. Hyenas are horrible leaders. That's what it is. And most of the hyenas are all women. They are not male leaders. Male leaders have to fight for their place. Men who are in place fought for their place. That's why you have male alpha males. In hippos, lions, there's an alpha male. He fought for the right to be the leader. But most of us get it twisted where you put a man through hell and you're making him fight for something that you think is right. It ain't right, sweetie. It ain't right. You're making him fight, so you go and pick a fight with him. Why? He ain't even do nothing, but you want to prove that he's a man? So now if he haul off and jump on you, he haul off and have an issue because you sit up here poking at him, what for? Why do you want conflict? That's a part you got to unlearn. You have to unlearn that to become better. There is nobody better than nobody else. We all have flaws and shortcomings, but we're in a crisis, people. We're in a crisis. It ain't time for you to be walking around here talking about you independent. It's time for you to go and have a healthy relationship. You're not getting no younger. Some people just ain't qualified to be taken, for the record. Some people would never be taken. Their mindset is so far gone, they ain't even qualified. They already know nobody ain't gonna pick them. That's why they keep doing the rants. But there are some people who are genuinely good, qualified people who deserve to be with someone, who deserve to be happy, who've been waiting all their lives, been working, have been dealt the wrong hand of the stick. And most of them have not gotten the information. They just got to get the information, become better. If you're going to become better, you have to start calling out yourself. I'm not saying let people do whatever to you, but we are so focused on what another person is doing that we're not working on ourselves. How did you get in that relationship there? What did you do? Yes, the relationship was unhealthy. Yes, it was toxic. Yes, the relationship was bad. But what